How about the no defense conference championship game? I didn't even. When I wrote my notes, that's how I wrote it. I didn't even.
This isn't a conference championship game. This is a regular season game.
For the Big 12?
Yeah.
Really?
Big 12, because of all the shifting and changing they've had happen, they're not actually playing a Big 12 championship game this year.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Look it up.
At least it's a good game. I mean, at least it's ranked versus ranked. You know?
Got the ranked versus ranked aspect, but other than that, you got no defense showing up.
Well, that's actually what I wrote in my notes for this one was simply this. The over-under is at 63.5. What do you think? More or less? 63.5 would put him at about 28.
Oh, wait, you're not talking just 63.5 for K-State?
No. That's the over-under for the game.
I think the safe bet of the weekend is the over in that game.
I do too.
I bet you by game time tomorrow, the over-under is up around 70. So many people are going to jump on it at 63.
Yeah,
I bet you the line moves up. I bet you it moves up to about 70.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised either, to be honest. That's for damn sure. So, when it comes down to the Big 12 championship game, I'm sorry, there is no Big 12 championship game. So, it's Kansas State at, let me make sure I read. Oh, Texas plays at Kansas State. 63.5 point over under. I like the over as well. Kansas State, Colin Klein. Can Colin Klein do anything in this game to get his name back up into to pass Johnny Football for the Heisman talk? Is there anything, like, what kind of game would he have to have for people to put him back up there with Johnny Football as the favorite for the Heisman?
No, I think Johnny Football's got it.
Yeah, you think it's pretty much locked in?
Yeah.
All right. See, I didn't know if maybe there was anything he might be able to do. Another game me and Erich wanted to talk about today for this coming Saturday is the number 12 Nebraska playing against Wisconsin. Nebraska won the Legends League in the Big Ten. And then Wisconsin won the Leaders League in the Big Ten. Ironically enough, Ohio State, who's 12-0, and Penn State, who has a pretty damn good record as well this year. Both teams ineligible to play for this conference championship game. But I believe Ohio State would definitely be playing for it. I don't think Penn State would, though.
No?
I don't think Penn State would be.
No, Penn State's not eligible, right?
No, but I'm saying if they were eligible, I don't know if they would be able to.
They wouldn't have made the conference championship.
That's what I mean. I don't think they would have. Yeah.
No.
All right. So now Ohio State, obviously at 12-0, they would have made the conference championship. But I didn't think Penn State did good enough to make the conference championship. I just wasn't sure. So in this game, I think you pretty much have Monty Ball for Wisconsin as a player to watch.
Who's been down this year. He's a guy who was a Heisman finalist.
Yes.
He has not played to that potential this year.
No, he hasn't. I'm actually seeing if I can find his, what's it called? His stats. I mean, he's definitely, from what he did last year. Now, I don't want to rip into the guy too much. I mean, 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns, 4.9 yard per carry. Not bad.
No,
That's not a bad year at all. The problem is what he did last year set a bar for him that you're almost like, well, what's going on? You know what I mean? But he's been suffering injuries nonstop. I mean, the poor guy. Let's be serious here. He keeps getting injured. Last year he did 1,900 yards, 33 touchdowns. See, this is where I think why people are ragging on, or why you would say he's not having as good of a year. He did 1,900 yards and 33 touchdowns on 307 carries. This year, 311 carries, 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns. So 4 more carries, yet 400 less yards and 15 less touchdowns. So I think I could see why you would rip into the guy a little bit. But
Gotta rip into him. How do you not? The guy's production is down noticeably.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a big drop. I didn't think about it at first. I just saw the numbers. I didn't realize the carries. That's what popped out to me. I was like, wow. So Monty Ball is a player to watch for Wisconsin. Me and you both talked about this game. Not exactly what you expected to see from each other. See in the Big Ten championship, Wisconsin.
I mean, to be honest, you don't mind seeing those teams. I mean, Wisconsin's been pretty good for a few years, and everybody knows Nebraska's got potential, but I don't know. It's also tainted because you got a 12-0 Ohio State that's not in this game.
Yeah, it sucks.
Who you got winning the game, though?
I think Wisconsin actually is going to take it.
See, I'm going to go Nebraska.
Wisconsin is the 2-time defending Big Ten champs. The one thing with Nebraska that they got working for them is Taylor Martinez. Their quarterback's having a pretty decent year, 63% completion, almost 2,500 yards, 21 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Wisconsin actually lost to Nebraska all the way back on September 29th, 30-27. Taylor Martinez had 181 yards, 2 touchdowns. Monty Ball had 93 yards and 3 touchdowns, but he carried the ball like 30 times, so he was only averaging like 3 yards a clip in that game. So that should be a good game, but I do like Wisconsin. I do want to do a quick backtrack because we didn't pick any of the other games. So
I think we both have Stanford.
We both like Stanford. I know neither one of us care that much, but Kent State, number 17, or number 21, Northern Illinois. I'll go with the higher ranked Kent State.
Me too.
Just for the hell of it. And then you got Texas playing Kansas State. I think
Kansas State.
Let's pick an over under though, or let's pick an actual. I'm not saying like pick a score, but how high do we think this score gets?
80.
You got 80. I'm gonna go with 76. Just a random number. I don't know where that comes from, but.
And then we got the biggest game of the weekend in my eyes.
No, in everybody's eyes. This is literally a semifinal national championship game. There is no person.
Who says there's no playoffs in college football?
This is the playoff game for college football. You win, you're in. You don't win, you don't go anywhere. That's the worst part about this scenario.
Is that not only do you not get to go to the national championship, but you don't even get a BCS bowl game.
Yeah, at all. That is so ridiculous. So why don't you, since you obviously are you know much more about, especially this matchup, why don't you give us what you're looking for, what you're looking at, what you expect, pretty much your thoughts on the coming game.
Everybody knows how Georgia can run the ball, but what I want to see is how their quarterback Murray plays against Alabama, because as we've seen, the teams that have done well against Alabama are teams where their quarterbacks have played well. Johnny Manziel, even LSU, that kid Mettenberger had his best game of the season against Alabama. I want to see what Murray can do, because I know they're going to be able to run the ball, maybe not like they have all year, but they're going to be able to run. They have some great running backs there. Can Alabama's defense show up to play from the opening snap? Because they can't afford to get into a big hole. They can't afford to have what happened at against Texas A&M happen again. And that's got to be Georgia's way to win. Is they got to know that they got to come out and jump on top early, and then hope to hold on. Because Alabama's defense only gets better as the game goes on. They need to show up to play from the first minute. Yeah. If they do that, Alabama's going to win this game pretty easy. If they don't, and Alabama has to play catch-up, Georgia has a chance. Georgia has to jump out to an early lead, though. And it pains me to say this because the last time I said this, what happened, Dave?
Exactly what you said couldn't happen to Alabama.
Texas A&M jumped out to a 20-point lead, and Alabama played catch-up the rest of the game and just couldn't catch up.
Yeah.
I called it. I don't want to call it again, but that's what's got to happen. If Georgia's going to win, they got to jump on Alabama. They have to get out to at least a 2-score lead in the first quarter. If they can do that, it could be a real tough game for Alabama.
Alabama's averaging 39 points a game, giving up only 9, while Georgia's averaging 38 points a game, giving up only 18. These are two very talented football teams. It's that simple. It should be a really good football game. I really think this is going to be – I think this is a game that the average college football fan, somebody that doesn't royally watch the game, can really enjoy this one. I think this is going, and not even just.
You know who's really going to enjoy this game? Notre Dame.
Yes.
They just get to sit back and go,
The joy of not being in a conference. Awesome.
But plus, I mean, you know how teams go back and look at game film? They're going to watch this game as it's happening. I'm sure this team's getting together. If I was the coach, I'd pull them all together and have a big screening with some popcorn, some soft drinks. Sit back and just enjoy and watch.
Yeah.
And then just pick things apart as the game goes along.
Yeah, this is a game I might have to come watch some of this with you. I might have to grab a couple beers and come watch some of this one with you.
You're more than welcome.
Because I know I'm assuming you don't go out for this game. You have to be home, right?
No, I'm home.
Yeah.
I'm on my home base.
Fair enough. I'm the same way. I prefer
I
to
don't
be
want to
home
go
watching
out
my
and then
teams.
if they lose, somebody says something stupid and then I get angry. I'd rather just be angry in my own home than be angry in public with beers.
Yeah. I completely agree with that feeling. But I do want to, like I said, I think this is going to be a great game to watch. Both these teams pretty evenly matched. They've already played once this year. I'm trying to remember how that game went. Do you remember how that score went when they played Atlanta, Georgia? Or I'm trying to remember.
Who?
When Georgia and Bama played. They played early this year, didn't they?
No.
Oh, they didn't play this year.
Georgia and Alabama haven't played since 2008.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Believe it or not, they're in the same conference, but just the way the schedules have fallen every year, they have not played since 2008.
Wow. See, that's disappointing. It's a bad job by the schedule writers, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, you set this up. I guess that's part of the reason why you want to do it.
But Alabama still played a lot of other tough teams.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, though, I think, for a regular season game, it'd be a lot of fun to watch. But at the same time, if you do it, you possibly don't get this game at the end and have number 2 play number 3. So it's not that bad of a move, to be completely honest with you.